Welcome back. Our week of preview here at Oklahoma Sooners on SI continues, and today we're looking at who's going to be that X factor for the Oklahoma offense. Not Mateer, not Ott, you know those names. What guy, if we say, man, this guy has a really good year, he can elevate the ceiling and really push this offense to the next level. We're joined by John Hoover, Carson Field, per usual. Carson, let's throw it over to you first. Who do you got here as your X factor this season that can elevate that ceiling for the Oklahoma offense?
I'm going with a guy that has never played for Oklahoma but has played in the SEC, Isaiah Satenia, receiver transfer from Arkansas. He never put up the sexiest numbers, the biggest numbers for the Razorbacks, but a consistently good player. He made his best season as a receiver in 2024, also has return capabilities, maybe cheating a little bit there, saying he's going to be an X factor there too. But Satania definitely has good speed, catchability, definitely brings some size to this team. I know his father Mario is a track coach at Texas A&M, so that he's learned a lot about being quick and being a good athlete. That bodes well for a team that obviously needs the receivers after what happened last year, 175.8 passing yards per game. Satania is one of the guys, and I think there are a couple of X factors in that receiver room that they got from the portal, players coming back. I think there are multiple answers you could have from the receiver room, but Satania is one that just sticks out to me. He's done this before. I don't remember the exact quote, but Satania said something along the lines of, Arkansas is a great program, but it's being taken more seriously here. And I love that he's buying into that. The program tradition that OU has, new SEC team, big opportunity, new quarterback. He also mentioned his connection with John Mateer, saw his highlights and was like, yep, that's where I want to go play. So I think the connection is going to be really evident, and I think Satania is going to be a big player.
Yeah, rebuilding that wide receiver room for Emmett Jones, huge. Everybody on the offense, I guess, is rebuilding, but need a big bounce back for Emmett Jones. Who've come in your direction? Who are you looking at that could be the big X factor for this Oklahoma offense?
Yeah, there's a lot of candidates for sure. You could go across any position on the offensive line. The quarterback, we've ruled out the quarterback again. We've ruled out the running back. Mateer and Ott, they're MVPs. We're going to stick them there. So I'm going to go with the most safe, most boring pick there is. It's the returning starter at center. I know everything starts with the snap of the football, right? Wrong. Everything starts with accountability and leadership in the offseason. And this guy, Troy Everett, has got it all. He's shown all that stuff, accountability, leadership, all that stuff. Bill Bedenbaugh told us he is the unquestioned leader of that group. And Troy himself has told us more than once that, yes, he's all too aware of how the old line stunk last year. Stunk, right? So, you know how guys are always saying, we were just one or two plays off, a little bit here, there. We were close. Remember that? Yeah. No, not Troy Everett. Troy Everett said we sucked and we have to be much better to compete in the SEC. Now, they added a center, Jake Mikula, transfer from Stanford. That's a good thing, obviously. Improves the depth, improves the experience. But I think it also lit a fire under Troy Everett that he's got to be even better. The offensive line got much better last year when Troy Everett got healthy at the Texas game, came in and then started the rest of the games after that. He was the top graded pass blocker on the team per Pro Football Focus. It'll be better this year because he's been healthy all offseason for the first time in his career.
Be huge, especially as we've talked about. If you're going to be shuffling young pieces in, having that veteran leader, especially at center, calls to the left, calls to the right, working with John Mateer, doing those film sessions with John Mateer. Love that pick as well. Who I'm going to go back to the wide receiver room. A little bit different view than maybe what Carson has. I like Satania. I think he's going to be super productive. Deion Burks didn't really get to see the best of him last year. That gives you two guys you're really excited about. For me, while Oklahoma's waiting on Giovanni Gibson to get back up and healthy, it's going to be a big opportunity for a freshman, Elijah Thomas, coming in. He was the talk of spring workouts, summer workouts, winter workouts. Sounds like Oklahoma's second scrimmage last week. He had a really nice day as well. If you're saying that Oklahoma's wide receiver room can build some legitimate depth and have a bigger bodied guy, super athletic in Elijah Thomas, in Giovanni Gibson once he gets back up, you pair that with Deion Burks and Isaiah Satenia, suddenly it doesn't matter if the tight ends are productive or not because you've got multiple big bodies you could throw out there with your burners in Burks and Satenia. But that's going to matter really early on in the season. Like Oklahoma, week 2 against Michigan, Gibson not going to be up and fully fired by then. You need someone to step in And again, much like I talked about yesterday with Michael Fasusi, throw your best athlete out there and make it happen. Elijah Thomas walks in day one of the best athletes on this Oklahoma football team. He did everything in high school. Oklahoma's just asked him to catch the ball downfield, and moss some guys in the end zone. I think that would be big time for the Sooners. Doesn't have to be like a 1,000-yard guy to really elevate what this offense can do. And I think that, for me, makes him one of the X factors here. Come back tomorrow. We'll be doing this exact same drill with the Oklahoma defense. And as always, as we lead into the season and throughout the entire season, Oklahoma Sooners on SI.com. That's the place you want to be for full coverage of this entire campaign, the pivotal 2025 year, as well as the YouTube page at John Hoover Media on YouTube. Follow Sooners on SI on X, Twitter, all that fun stuff, as well as the Facebook page, Oklahoma Sooners on SI. That'll do it for Carson, for John, for Ryan, myself. Tomorrow, X Factor Defense. Be here.